Hi, welcome to Simply Scrapping. Today is another Scraps to Embellishments episode, and what I'm doing today is making a embellishment. Looks like this. It's a hippo, and it's for a swap themed the zoo. So I thought, well, I've got this Hippo Happiness stamp set, hippos you find at the zoo. So I've used that, added some die cut leaves and mounted it on some cardstock and scrap pattern paper, and they are my embellishments for this swap. So I thought I would run through how I made this. So now I'm gonna sit down, and I hope the sound is still okay and you can hear me clearly enough. If not, let me know. I mean, I can't do anything about it in this video, but I can for future ones. Okay, so I'm using the Stamparatus, but you can use any stamping platform. Obviously, this is just what I had. And what I've done is I've mounted the stamps so that they position over each other perfectly. I've put one on the back side of the acrylic plate, one on the front side, another one on the front side that I'm going to turn around and use. So it should be a straightforward process. I've also marked in pen where I need to put my cardstock so that it lines up with where I have the stamps. Now, this might be a little bit tricky, only using one magnet. I might be able to pop the other one up there. Let's see, they don't get in the way, because I don't want the cardstock to lift between colours. So I'm using powder pink, which is the base of the hippo, grey granite for the body, and then basic grey for the facial details. So all I'm simply going to do is, and yes, this is an older style ink pad. I actually sold a lot of my ink pads when I left Stampin' Up, and now I wish I hadn't. But anyway, you live and learn. Alright, so our first layer is the body of our hippo. Okay, and we haven't stamped properly. Of course, it stamped perfectly before I started filming, but you know, that's Murphy's Law, isn't it? There we go, that's better. Alright, and now I'm going to flip the plate around, because I now have on this side the body. I'm just going to move some things out of the way here so they don't get all covered in ink. Alright, so this is the body that goes over the top. And if nothing has moved, it should all line up perfectly. Fingers crossed. Oh, look at that. Perfect. I've got a smudge. Never mind, I'm going to cut him out. And I'm going to do him twice because I want a darker hippo. And he hasn't come out the true colour of grey granite because he is going over the pink. It is going over, not he. The ink is going over the pink that's already there. There we go. So now I have the face over here. So I'm going to flip this plate around and the face is here. Move these out of the way. Hopefully you can still see what I'm doing. Right, so now we're going to add the pretty face. This lovely smiling face. And fingers crossed nothing has moved and we get the perfect hippo. His mouth hasn't quite. I think having the two magnets close together has stopped that a little bit, but there we go. There's our little hippo. So then what I did, let me just close these ink pads up. Now I've got to make 4 of these, but I'm only going to make 1, so I'm only going to make you sit through 1, and I'll make the others later. So this is for a group, a Facebook group. I'm trying to remember which one it is. I'll link it below, because I'm in 2 that do swaps. But one is, oh I know, this is the Australian one, the Girls Down Under Facebook group. Because the other one I'm in, Ginger's Corner, the swap for this week for that group is Father's Day or something. So I'm going to do those shortly, and I'll have a video out later in the week for those too. So I'm fussy cutting this little hippo. And the trick with fussy cutting is not to move the scissors but move the paper. And you take it easy and slow. And it's not scary. A lot of people say they don't like it. I think it's because they're scared of it. It's not scary. And if you had something like a Brother Scan and Cut, you could scan this in and then print it out. But I find half the time for cutting out things like small things like this, it's not worth the effort getting the machine out. I just quickly cut it out. Alright, so then I'm going to mount him on some patterned paper. So this is just a scrap. It's actually a Christmas paper. Baubles. And then a white one as well. And the reason I'm doing the white one as well is to give it a bit more substance, because the patterned paper by itself would not be very strong and it would probably get wrecked in transport and storage. So I'm just putting the striped one on top of the white one. Okay, and then I'm going to grab 2 die cut leaves. These were left over from a page I did a little while ago, and I just popped them in my green container of embellishments. And I knew I wanted leaves or something with the hippo, so I just grabbed some out, and then I am just placing them. So the top leaf is just off the die, or the postage stamp, and then same with this one. So this is my guide, and then this one sort of over this side, and I might have to put a bit of glue under those too. Sorry, don't look at my disgusting glue pot, will you? I find it easier to just leave my glue upside down in my glue pot. And yes, I do waste a little bit at the bottom, but it doesn't leak for a long time. It does actually stop quite quickly. It just builds up on the bottom of the container and looks gross, because having to take the lid off all the time drives me insane. So I've been doing this glue pot thing for years, and it's just a little espresso cup that I think I got from an op shop for like 50 cents or something. And when I see them at op shops, I pick them up, because I'm going to use them eventually, because I don't bother cleaning the glue out of this. I mean, I could dig it out, but it's not worth it. When it builds up too much and I get sick of looking at the disgustingness of it, then I just get a new espresso cup, or even like a votive glass, same thing. Alright, anyway, that was a bit of a tangent. So now my glues are leaved on. No, my leaves are glued on. I'm just going to glue the hippo on. And there we have our zoo themed swap made from scraps. So my white cardstock was just scraps. As you can see, I've cut squares out of another sheet the same as this for my hippo. This I'm punching my postage stamp out of, and this one, old Christmas one, punching out of that as well. And there we have it, our hippo swap. Isn't he cute? He is just so cute. So there you go, you can make amazing things with your swaps. I mean, with your swaps. Oh, jeez. With your scraps even. Ay. Alright, there you go. That is this week's Scraps to Embellishment. I hope you like these embellishments. If you do, give me the thumbs up. There's a link below to the Facebook group for the swapping. And if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe and hit that notify bell so you know when my next video comes out. Thanks for watching, and have a scrap happy day. Bye bye.